Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 1994 NASCAR Winston Cup Series season, here live from Michigan International Speedway. This is the 21st race of the NASCAR season, and after this race, we'll be within the final 10 races of the season. A race to the championship. This is it. It's all coming down to the wire here, and we're starting it at Michigan. So last week was the inaugural Brickyard 400. Whoops, that was 2 weeks ago. Last week was the 1994 Bud at the Glen that Davey Allison won. Davey Allison's won the last two races at the inaugural Brickyard 400 and the Bud at the Glen. So now we're at the 2-mile racetrack at Michigan International Speedway, which earlier in the season, I believe Ken Schrader won this race here, and I believe it was a field mileage race, if I remember correctly. Anyway, before we get into it today, we got to go through your starting lineup here at Michigan. I've said it 3 times now. Let's get going here, if I can get to the right camera angle. So, on the pole today is your points leader, Davey Allison. The points leader by 290 points over Morgan Shepherd. He starts alongside Dale Earnhardt, the man in black, in second place, and fourth place in points. Jeff Gordon and Terry Labonte starting the row behind them. Mark Martin and Darrell Waltrip starting row number 3. Back behind them, you have Michael Waltrip, the brother of Darrell Waltrip. No, it's kind of a convoluted thing there with the last names. Sterling Marlin, Ted Musgrave, Bobby Hillin Jr., Derek Cope, Bill Elliott, Ricky Rudd, Geoffrey Bodine, Rick Mast, Hut Strickland, Bobby Hamilton. Who the hell is this? Laura Lane! It's a woman! A woman starting the race here today. I think it's the first time we had a woman race. We had women. A woman race in the Davey Allison universe. Dave Marcus starts alongside Andy Belmont. That's 2 interesting people starting up pretty close to the front of the field. Lake Speed starts alongside Phil Parsons. Kyle Petty starts alongside Ward Burton. Ken Schrader starts alongside Kenny Wallace. Morgan Shepherd starts alongside Loy Allen Jr. Again, the second place driver in points starts very far back in the field. Wally Dallenbach Jr. starts alongside Jimmy Hensley, Todd Bodine, Dick Schrickle, Jimmy Spencer, Rusty Wallace, Dale Jarrett, Joe Nemechek, Rick Wilson, Harry Gant in his last ever race here at Michigan, the track that he most recently won at exactly a year ago. Ernie Irvin, Mike Wallace, Steve Grissom, and John Andretti round out your field today for a 400-mile race around this 2-mile racetrack. We're ready to go racing here at Michigan. Obviously, these guys will have to pit twice. I hope that, once. Sorry. God, I'm a little off. If you couldn't tell, I am very tired because I've been doing a lot. That's why there hasn't been as many videos going out recently. I've been very, very busy. So I hope to get this up by the end of this week. This is Tuesday I'm recording this. Hope to get it up by like Thursday or Friday. Anyway, enough with meaningless things. Let's go racing. The pace car is off. Davey Allison's leading him down, and we're green flag. And just like that, they go roaring down into turn number 1, side by side, 3 and 4 wide, already back in the pack. And Davey Allison's going to run up Dale Earnhardt and take the lead in the turn number 1. Jeff Gordon on the inside of Dale Earnhardt, but he gets a little bit loose, and he will slide back as Earnhardt clears him off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Terry Labonte side by side with his teammate now in used to be a Hendrick affiliated car. Someone just hit the wall. I saw the sparks go flying of Darrell Waltrip. He is affiliated with these cars, or at least used to. And now Davey Allison leads a march of Chevrolets and then a Dodge, a Ford behind him. Now look at Sterling Marlin trying to go up the middle, 3 wide. I think we're under caution. I saw, yep, there's a caution on the racetrack. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Oh, it looks like Jimmy Hensley was wrecked with, Dave Marcus. I'll take a look back here. Let's rewind. Let's hope no one dies. Oh, it's just that someone got turned. So they went 4 wide in the turn number 1. Let's go to the signature helicopter view here. And it looks like the 55 and the 75 went for the same piece of real estate. Just gets hooked together and pow! Yeah, that's a hard hit. But they both drove away from it. The 75 just finishes them off there. And 55 gets back going and he's all good. So that's really just a 2-car incident there. Nothing, not a big deal there. And we'll go back green flag racing. I guess we'll just fast forward here because literally nothing happened. So now we're back under caution. Anyone's going to pit here? I don't know. Not a single lead lap car pitted, I don't think. Unless there was someone like in 22nd that doesn't matter pitted. I guess we'll just pace around here. Lap 1 caution. I don't think we've had a wreck. We had a wreck here in the. No, we did. We had a wreck under green flag pits. Have we ever had a wreck under any situation besides a green flag pit stop in the Davey Allison universe? Huh. Something to think about. Maybe, I don't know if we had or not. Anyway, Davey Allison's leading. Dale Earnhardt second. Terry Labonte third. Jeff Gordon fourth. Mark Martin fifth. Darrell Waltrip sixth. Michael Waltrip seventh. Sterling Moen eighth. Bill Elliott ninth. Running your top 10 is Geoffrey Bodine. Michael Waltrip's having a good run today, by the way. Pace car's off down the pit lane. And we're ready to go back green flag racing. Here's Davey Allison leads him back green again. Now, Davey here, he is trying to expand that points lead today. Obviously, he's going for 3 wins in a row. And just really ever since Daytona, after that win, Morgan Shepherd had, he has just opened up the points. They're side by side for the lead here. Dale Earnhardt won the inside of him there. I didn't mention any of that at all. Still side by side here. Will Dale Earnhardt clear Davey by turn 4? He dives it into 3. Can he clear him? He's under him. He's almost cleared of him. Trying to get to the outside lane. Is there 3 wide behind the leaders? Side by side for multiple grooves. Davey Allison, Dale Earnhardt side by side to the line. Earnhardt gets that lap lead and gets us 5 bonus points. And whoa, look at Terry Labonte chop across his teammate's nose as they're still side by side at the front of the field. And Davey Allison will not let go on that outside lane. An incredible side-by-side battle for the lead as we head down the backstretch. Look at the brothers work together. Dropping to the inside there as Dale Earnhardt tries to hold to the quarter panel of Davey as he just goes into the corner. Still holding side-by-side. Dale Earnhardt rolls that center better than Davey. But can Davey get back to the gas and get that run off the high groove? He pushes. He goes wide. Oh, he's just trying to stay side by side, and he can't stay there. Dale Earnhardt clears him finally off of turn 4. Heading back down to the turn number 1 again. Davey Allison gets a higher arc into the corners. Terry Labonte passes teammate Jeff Gordon. And now will Davey try and get back to the inside of Earnhardt for this lead again. Look at that move he makes. Dives under him down the backstretch. An incredible battle for the lead here. So I believe Dale Earnhardt just hit the wall, and Dale Earnhardt chops off Davey's nose. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. There's your top 10 right now as we're still racing for the lead up at the front here. The top 4 all right there. And don't forget about 5th place, Mark Martin. Davey looking in the turn number 1. He's right there on the quarter panel. He goes to the inside. Side by side through the corner again. They can't get away from each other. He's trying to keep the quarter panel there. Here comes Terry Labonte and Jeff Gordon. Trying to see if they can find a way around him. Davey almost tries to block the 5. And now the 5's there. Jeff Gordon looking to the inside of Davey. Could he get split 3 wide? No, he stays to that white line. His brother and the thing that protects that low lane from a car getting under him. And now as they come off of turn 4 again. Side by side for 3rd place. Mark Martin going to go up the middle. 3 wide it looks like. Nope, he's going to slot in behind the number 5 there of Terry Labonte. Dale Earnhardt still leads as Mark Martin basically is pushing the 5 in the turn number 1. Trying to get him around his teammate. Here comes Darrell Waltrip. Trying to get a run here on him. But doesn't look like he can get side by side with him. As we look at Davey Allison trying to get to the inside of Dale Earnhardt again. Side by side for the lead. Dale Earnhardt and Davey Allison. Davey's there now. He's going to roll the center. Can he slide up in front of him? Oh, he pushes just up barely. But he's going to clear Dale Earnhardt off of turn number 4. And now Davey will take the lead back. They're 3 wide. Mark Martin, Darrell Waltrip, and Jeff Gordon side by side. As now Davey clears and going to close the door on the 3. Now here comes Terry Labonte in that Kellogg's number 5. The winner of Talladega. He's trying to get around Dale Earnhardt for second place. Dale's going to get that run off the high groove, though, and he will easily clear the number 5 of Terry Labonte. Now here comes Mark Martin with a big run. The number 6, the Valvoline Ford. Water. Here comes the 6. He can't do anything with a run there. Now Jeff Gordon, the sophomore driver, he's going to look to the inside. Here's a 3 wide behind them now for, I believe that's the 7th place position. No, it's still 6th. 3 by 2. And look at Ken Schrader. He was in the further back of the field there. He's worked his way up inside the top 10 now. Side by side by side. All this crazy action here. You see Dale Earnhardt back to the inside of Davey Allison down the backstretch. But I think Terry Labonte is going to help. Oh! Dale Earnhardt almost blocks Terry Labonte into the wall. And I think he did put him in the wall just a little bit. We saw the sparks down the backstretch there. And now Davey Allison has firm control over the lead here as we come to 8 laps to go. Dale Earnhardt getting a big run on Davey Allison. Now down into turn number 1 again. To the inside he comes. There he goes. He put the quarter panel into the side door of Davey Allison. And he can't do anything with it. But here comes Terry Labonte. A big run with Terry Labonte off of turn 2 now. Jeff Gordon trying to get around Mark Martin. 3 cars under a blanket here. Now here comes Terry Labonte under Dale Earnhardt. But Dale's going to chop the door. Well, he's going to close the door. He's going to chop block him. God. Coming to 7 laps to go. When will these guys pit? And what is going to happen in the final 7 laps? And who will win this race at Michigan? Dale Earnhardt with a big run. Here he comes. He's going to go to the inside of Davey. He's there to the inside of Davey Allison. Oh, but Davey just gets it back in the gas by a lot. My God, the run that he got off that corner. Dale Earnhardt had to check up a lot. Now here comes the 5, but I don't think the 5 is going to get there because Dale's going to have that draft from the 28. And yes, they still say single file. Jeff Gordon dropping back a little bit. I think he tried getting inside of the 6 and just lost that run. And now Darrell Waltrip's going to go to the outside of him. Bell Elliott with a good run. Ken Schrader up in 8th, I believe it is now. Sterling Marlin, Ken Schrader, all these guys here. Oh, we have a caution on the racetrack. Davey Allison blew up! Davey Allison's engine is expired! What? Davey Allison, I believe I saw the pace car. We went back up to the lead, and as soon as we went back to Davey Allison, his engine expired. This is huge championship implications. And Davey Allison, who's now making the slow lap on the infield grass back to the pit lane, probably to park it here, has had his Yates engine let go in the closing laps of this race. Unbelievable turn of events. You're about to see what the caution will be for, and we'll look at what happened here right after these guys pit, because there's no doubt in my mind they're gonna have to pit because people are staying out. They can make it on gas. I guess there's people staying out, so that's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. But Davey Allison leads him down, but I mean it's almost definite he will probably pull it in and park it for the race because that car the engine has completely quit on it. As we see pit stops underway here. Who will win the race out pit lane under caution here? As Davey pulls in. Yep, he's done. So it's Dale Earnhardt now on the pit lane. And I have no clue why those guys are not pitting. Oh man, Dale Earnhardt's actually going to stay on pit lane longer, losing multiple positions. And now it's going to be Terry Labonte and Darrell Waltrip. Ken Schrader's up there now. The winner from earlier this year. He's trying to go for the Michigan sweep and get his 3rd win of the season, 7th of his career. And, you know, there's these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars stayed out. Why would they stay out? Surely they can't make it on gas. Either way, let's take a look at what brought out this caution. Let's find out here. Wait till that little guy appears. Okay, there he is. Oh no! was this? Welcome to Daytona. So they're 3 by 3. The 23 slides up, and Kyle Petty is like, all right, I'm going to take it 4 wide into turn 3 at Michigan. They're 4 wide. Kyle slides up and doors the 23, which then does the squeeze. They wreck. Oh! 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 Hutch Strickland goes for a ride. Oh! Oh, man. That's a hell of a wreck. My God. Hutch Strickland. Let's take a look at this in real time. My God. Probably one of the worst wrecks we've had in the Davey Allison universe. Look at this. Wow. Just he goes spinning, bounces off the wall, and then comes right down. Bow! It's not, I don't think they were going that fast when they hit Hut. Let's take a check at the speed. Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, they were slowed down somewhat, and they kept going on the racetrack. So they're all right. Hut's all right. That was kind of a. I can't believe how. Man, that was a hell of a wreck. I mean, look how high the one gets in the air. So let's look at that. My God. Damn. That is a hell of a wreck. This is a heck of a picture. Look how many cars wide they are. They are technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide. That is an awesome picture. Thumbnail quality. My God, just. Man. And then Davey blew up. What a incredible wreck. And now we're going to go to Mark Martin because he is the leader of the race. So Mark Martin is going to stay out. Maybe he's hoping for this race to go caution all the way home. I don't think there's any way. I think we're going to have like a 2 or 3 lap shootout. And we're going to have a 2-lap shootout. This is it. 4 miles. Can these guys make it on gas? You see 3 of them pitted. Or all of them pitted. Except 2. So Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon are going to stay out and try and make it on gas all the way. They got the track position. Let's see what they can do here. 2 laps on gas is all they need. And they go green here. And Terry Labonte already to the outside. None of these guys took tires. So let's see what happens. Jeff going to block him. Here comes Darrell Waltrip. Waltrip to the inside of Terry Labonte for second place. Jeff Gordon the inside of Mark Martin for the lead. Down the backstretch here to the white flag. We have a bunch of new characters racing for this one now. Jeff Gordon side by side with Mark Martin. He's going to, oh man, Mark's actually going to get clear of him here. And Mark Martin to the lead here at Michigan. Wait, I think they're both pitting. They're both going to pit. They're out of fuel. Darrell Waltrip to the point here on the white flag lap. This is the last lap. Here comes Terry Labonte though, side by side. This is the white flag. Down in the turn 1, side by side. Can Terry Labonte clear Darrell Waltrip? He does. He slides up in front. Here comes Ken Schrader up the middle. He's going to push Darrell Waltrip. To the inside he comes. Through turns 3 and 4. Ken Schrader getting a run on Darrell Waltrip. Darrell Waltrip going to get that outside line run, but it's not going to be enough. Terry Labonte blocking both lanes of traffic. And Terry Labonte is going to win in an absolute drama-filled last 2 laps. They finished 3 wide behind him. And it's a Chevy/GM top 4. And where did Morgan Shepherd come from? Morgan Shepherd finishes 6th. Ken Schrader, who started outside the top 20, I believe, will finish 3rd. And Morgan Shepherd finishes 6th. Shout out to Phil Parsons for a 9th place finish. What a crazy race. And Terry Labonte gets his 12th win of his career. And now we move on to the points after this race. And I'll flip through your finishing results here. Davey Allison does not get dead last, but he does get 32nd. Either way. So now Davey Allison's point lead goes from 290 points to 227. Terry Labonte closes in to almost passing Morgan Shepherd for second place in points. Dale Earnhardt closes in, so now it's a pretty tight battle for second place in points. Even Ken Schrader's starting to close in just a tiny bit. Darrell Waltrip's up to 6th in points now after that near win. Darrell Waltrip almost won this race. That would have been awesome. Sadly, that didn't come to fruition. Rusty Wallace finished as 8th in points. Jimmy Spencer 7th. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Mark Martin was 9th. And rounding out your top 10 in points, Ted Musgrave. One of the M's. What an awesome race. Man. So next week, I'm sorry, I'm just taking that in. So next week we will be at Bristol. The night race at Bristol. One of the biggest races of the year. I think the only night race on the schedule. So mark your calendars for the next race of the season. It's going to be awesome. But until next time, take care. And I'll see you people in the future. Goodbye.